Some time ago I became concerned about our use of water. This was actually several years ago. We use an awful lot of water every summer, mainly for grass but also for gardens. And so I started looking for options on other ways of gardening that would be not quite as water intensive. First of all is the grapevines. I only water them once a week, and I water them deep. That's the way they were trained. They are trained for the roots to go down deep so that they don't have to be watered as often. And they do just fine with that. I've started looking for options for expanding that. And I found something called dry farming. Now, in my personal opinion, someone living in an area with 40 inches of rain per year, in a very humid environment, really doesn't have anything to boast of when they talk about dry farming. We get 10 to 12 inches of rain per year, sometimes as little as 9, and the amount of water as a whole is enormous, but that water is limited basically to the winter. We'll get maybe one thunderstorm in August, but it usually won't drop anything. So I started thinking about it. I started researching dry farming. And this is my first attempt at dry farming. This is an area that is completely unused at this point, except for the grapevines that are along the edges. And I decided last fall to cover this whole area with a thick layer of leaves. It has actually mulched down during the winter to about 4 to 6 inches, depending on the thickness in the first place. And you can see that I just dug a furrow down the middle, and I just scattered a bunch of squash seeds. There were some pumpkin seeds, and there were some zucchini seeds, and there were some, just different types. And I scattered them down the middle, and I'm not going to water this. I may end up watering it. We'll have to wait and see. It depends on whether I'm willing to watch plants die. But what I want to do in this area is to start to develop drought-tolerant varieties. So at the very most, I'm going to water this once a month. That's my goal, is to water it once a month. With the thick layer of leaves, it has a heavy layer of mulch. And the water that is in the soil right now will probably stay there at least into mid-May, possibly into June. So we may not need to water it anymore. It may last even longer. I don't know yet. We'll see what comes up. This is early spring, so a lot of the plants may sprout and then die from the winter. I don't particularly care. If everything dies or nothing comes up by the beginning of May, I'll replant, but that is my goal for this area. Talk to you later.